Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is OMG Hemi, or OMG Protege on Instagram. And I'm here to talk about my Slayer, or what you see here is the chassis and suspension of a Revo. For those that don't know, the Revo and this is the Slayer model. They both intertwine parts. The only differences between the Slayer, which you see here, and the Revo is the transmission, the shorter arms, and the short course wheels and tires. You can both get the Slayer and the Revo with a 3.3 with the easy start. Now obviously the 3.3 in this model is long gone, and in its place is a 20-year-old brand new, virtually, I know it doesn't look brand new anymore, but is a virtually brand spanking new OFNA Pico collab 0.21 max nitro big block motor. This motor was meant for a T-Max, and this was one of the hop-ups. This motor is well broken in, and obviously, like I said, it's a big block. So let's talk about this. If you find one of these motors and it just so happened to be either brand new, like my case, or you found this motor you had stashed around or on eBay, and you have a 3.3 Revo or a T-Max, this is what you need to do for the Revo or Slayer. First, you're gonna need your big block kit. Once you get the big block kit, it comes with everything you need. It comes with the mount for the throttle linkage. It comes with this bracket right here. It comes with another pipe if you don't have this type of system right here. What else? And a bigger flywheel and some other things too, but those are not on here. What did I mainly use? Okay, so I used the big block kit, and this allows you to use a 0.21 and bigger big block. I think the max is like a 0.28. The modifications you have to do for this motor is pretty much very simple, actually. What you have to do is use the longer extended big block throttle linkage mount, and usually it comes out to like right here, maybe a little bit farther. And you don't want this linkage to be up and down or side to side with the throttle, or a little bit right here, because it just won't work like that. Actually, these mounts, this linkage is more meant for push and pull. So like something like this. This is what that mount is used for. So obviously, as you press the gas, it pushes the linkage into here, and that moves that pulls the throttle. What else? So once you do that modification, what you do is you can either drill it or you can keep it extended. I think cutting it would be best, rounding it, and then drilling your hole, your pilot hole. And then what you have to do then is get a long screw, long shoulder bolt screw, not what I did, which was take a pivot ball and squeeze it in there. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but I don't have enough of those enough shoulder bolts to do that. And then you take a nut with a nylon nut and squeeze it tight, and that's how you get your pretty much big block kit conversion done. You do have to cut this to length. I figured that out the hard way after not really watching either video or anything like that, and the flywheel was right here. If you're gonna run this specific motor, use the stock flywheel. I highly recommend it, and yeah. There we go. This motor has a lot of compression still, actually. Well, it should. Other than that, this is it. This is it, how to do that big block conversion kit. For today's availability of nitro motors for the Revo and the T-Max, I think only the Revo, you can get the OS TMX 0.18 nitro motor straight off of a main. I think that's what, 200 and something bucks. And you just, of course, you just bolt it in, because it's the same flange mounts as it would be for a 3.3. The 3.3 motors, those are 0.20 motors actually. So it's a bit of a big small block, as you would say. But yeah, this is my Slayer / Revo 3.3. Share, like, subscribe. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not your dad or anything. Oh yeah, that's right. And also paired with my Revo is a FlySky GP11. It's not the radio I recommend using, but I had it, and 2 receivers are cheap. So, all right, see y'all.